plumbers' videos, dangerous gas fires, boiler services, boiler breakdowns, water leaks, and so much more. That gas fire was absolutely shocking. So that's an open flue gas fire. It's just been put on the hearth and there's no flue. So it's always important that you use a gas safe registered engineer if you can have any gas work done at all. My name's Alan Hart, and in today's video, I've got lots and lots of videos today from all different plumbers in the industry. We've got Elliot sent us loads of videos in today with just little tips in. We've got Pete from One Plumbing as well, and he's got some videos at the end. So it's loads and loads in this video today. Please, if you want to send me some videos in, if you can send them on landscape, it's so much easier to edit. Yeah, and without further ado, let's have a look at these videos. This video is for gas safe registered and trainee gas engineers under supervision. Please comply with the current regulations at the time.
Just a quick one, the importance of having your boilers serviced regularly, every 12 months at least. You can see the pressure there on this boiler showing 1.7. I've isolated the flow and return because I'm just going to be doing some work on this. But let's turn that off again. Showing 1.7 there. Pressure relief valve fully open. Pump's trying to kick in, but pressure relief valve is fully open on that one. Boiler is empty and yet it's showing 1.7. And I'm just going to power down the boiler. These are the reasons you have checks done on your boilers and services carried out on your boilers. And just to prove that the boiler is empty, here, so I'm not just making a video for the sake of making a video. We'll just whiz this off. Look, this is the pressure relief valve, and there. Tiny little bit of glugging in there. I've just greased this, that's why it looks so greasy. But the importance of carrying out the servicing. Now, I carry the pressure sensors for the Glowum and Vaillant in stock because I fit a lot of the products. So even though this boiler's got a 10-year warranty and it's only 4 years old, I think, I'm going to change over the pressure sensor because I don't want this to break down or read too high a pressure when in fact the heat exchanger is empty of water, and then the customer gets a rather big breakdown and main heat exchanger change or something like that. So I'm going to change this pressure sensor just to save the breakdown, and I'm going to get the part reimbursed by group service. I'm sure they'll help me out. But my point being, get your boilers serviced because it does avoid a lot of unnecessary hassle. You can't guarantee that the boiler's not going to break down after it's been serviced, a bit like getting your car serviced and something completely different going, the fuel pump going or something. Same on the boilers, just because I've serviced it doesn't mean the gas valve's not going to go a week later or the fan's going to go the following day. But it does, other than just the safety, the gas safety side of it, it does protect the boiler, it does give you less chance of having a breakdown. It's freezing cold, it's been snowing, not a lot because we're down in the south, but by doing this, I know chances are, well, I know by changing that, they're not going to have an issue with that particular part of the boiler. So yeah, just the importance of carrying out your boiler servicing. And also for those of you that are training about carrying some boiler spares, if you're going to fit one particular brand of boiler, whether that's Ideal, Worcester, Vaillant, Baxi, Glowworm, carry a few spares. I know they're under warranty, but if you want to grow your business, don't just say, oh, it's under warranty, phone them. Come out on a breakdown, have a little look at it. It goes a long way, customers like it, and it will help you grow your business massively. There we go. Okay, just to show that I have changed that pressure sensor, not just making it up. The old one is down there. Oh, fingers in it, but there we go. There's no grit or dirt in it, it's just playing up. I'm just going to open up the valves here. My bent screwdriver, I need a new one. Tried lifting a floorboard yesterday with it, stupidly, rather than I've been lazy not going to the van. Anyway, there it is, that's open. Filling loop. And there we go. There we go, it's starting to go up. And there we go. So yeah, just carry a little bit of van stuff if you can. You don't always have to, but check these things because they don't always read true. And another good reason to check your expansion vessels, because you've got to decharge the boiler to check that properly. So when you've done that, if your reading or your gauge or whatever you've got is still reading that you've got 1 point odd or 0.5, whatever the pressure it's still reading, when you know the boiler's empty, then pressure sensor's faulty, call it into your manufacturer's guarantee if it's still under guarantee. There we go, ciao.
Thank you very much for that, Elliot. We back to Elliot in a minute. We've now got a join button. So if you're on a laptop or you're on a PC, there's a join button. So on the videos, there's a button that says join. And if you wanted to, you can click on that join button. There's little things that you'll get, like little emojis and stuff that you can add in comments. Also, all the money from that I receive will be donated to charity. Also, so if you want to join that, that'd be really, really good. Also, what I've got coming up, I've had somebody that's offered to sponsor me. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a video for them. Or do you think I should do a video for them? And my idea would do a video for them, and then all the money from that sponsorship we donate onto the Candlelighters link. So please put a comment below and let me know if you think it's a good idea, if you would be prepared to watch one of them adverts so that so Candlelighters can earn some more money, if you like. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this channel as well is because I want to support the charity. Without further ado, let's go back and see Elliot.
Here's another reason why anyone in the trade needs to invest in a wet hoover. I can highly recommend Charles, because he's always smiling. And that is change over a valve. You can just isolate the two valves, crack a nut, wet vac it out, see what you've got, find out that the valve is completely jammed solid no matter what you do, you can't shift it, and change the valve over without having to drain down. Because with a towel, which is somewhere, up there, and a wet vac, you can work wonders. I haven't had to drain the whole system down. You can snatch and grab and load of towels, but yeah, wet hoovers, they just speed the process up. A few minutes, job done. So yeah, word to the wise. So the complaint on this one was water coming out behind the toilet when it was flushed, and you can see there's a bit of water there. I'm not going to flush it again and get the water. Oh, you can see the dripping there, like maybe there. I'm not going to flush it again, but you can see. So rather than assuming it's just the flush mechanism, I took this off. First of all, this is fitted backwards. The cistern is fitted backwards. It's also fitted to here. Should be fitted to there. The flush pipe's very short. You'll see another little video in a minute of the supply. And also this is trying to get into focus. I'm gonna get wet now, but there we go, coming out. So what that's doing is spraying out the back. Everything mouldy, spraying down everywhere. Also look at the height of the water level. It's high. It's just pouring off everywhere. So that's the issue, really. I'm not here for this bit, but if you have a look, that is a badly crimped fitting. You see there, that's been crimped incorrectly. It's almost like the crimp's gone a bit wrong, but yeah. If you're going to use crimp fittings, press fit fittings, make sure you do it correctly. Also on this one, this pump's in the loft. It's a Salamander pump. Love them or hate them, it's a Salamander pump in the loft space, and the tank's just there. And this is not a negative head pump or universal pump, so it's been fitted in the wrong dimensions. It should be a negative head pump if the pump is only that sort of distance from the tank, and this feed here is actually higher than the tank level, bottom of the tank level. Good morning to the Ironheart fan club. Just a quick one. This is a glowworm, and the valent flues are the same. Leak from the seal there. the flue, the inner core is meant to be longer than the outer core and fixed. You shouldn't be able to move it. And when I took this apart, I found this flue was in. So it wasn't probably all the way through engaging this O-ring here. And you can see how you can move this flue quite a lot. You shouldn't be able to. They should lock into position. So you'll feel it and you'll feel it lock, and that's it. I can't force that in. Oh my kid then, sorry. But you will feel it. It's hard to do when you're holding the phone at the same time. But you'll feel it lock in there. And I can't push that back now. And it keeps it at 20mm longer, just to make sure you fully engage this, so that when this is in, you can see this is longer as well. When that's in, it's actually sealing right up here, not out on an edge and leaking. Yeah, word of the wise, just hopefully it helps everyone out. Cheers. And also, should have said this, but make sure, okay, a little bit of surface rust isn't the end of the world, but note it on your forms. What you don't want is it obviously rusting all the way through. Most of this is just staining, and it'll rub off, but make sure that it's not actually rusted through the bottom of the flueway. Make sure it's just surface. Obviously if it's rusted through, the flue's game over.
Thank you once again for that, Elliot. Please remember, Elliot and myself, we are not trainers. We're just trying to give you some knowledge. Always follow the installation instructions. Me and Elliot and all different people that send me videos in, we all might have different opinions and we might do things in different ways. But hopefully, by showing you these videos, people can put comments below and they can say, oh no, you don't do it like that, or you do it like this, or whatever. And hopefully you can learn even more then by the comments below. And as I say always, if you want to send some videos in, if you know of a way that's better or different or whatever, please send them in on landscape. That'd be really, really good. So yeah, always read the installation instructions, and if you're not sure, phone the manufacturers as well. So if you're not sure about a flue, what fall it should have, or the seals, or really, and often the manufacturers will have where you can email them in, so you can email them pictures in, and they will give you an answer, and then you'll have it in writing, so then at least you've covered yourself. Let's go and have a look at some more of these videos.
Hello folks, here's a little classic for everybody, especially all the gas people out there, but this is for everybody else as well. This is why you should get gas appliances serviced. That in there is supposed to be the flue, and that bit that's fell off and going to the side, that inner part of that tube for the uninitiated carries the products of combustion. And to anybody who's not a gas engineer, that means the gas that can kill you, the fumes, are supposed to go up that and go to outside. I don't think that's been happening, do you? Because look at the gap between them there, and look at that bit missing. Right? And then the only seal then is that case, which adds nothing sealing it. So any fumes from that have been pumping out there. Not very good, yeah? Anyway, if that had been serviced, anyone taking the front off here should have spotted that. So this hasn't been serviced for a long time. The best laugh is, apparently, someone gave them a price to fix it. The hot water not working. I don't think they had their glasses on. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed that little classic, and bye for now.
So this just clearly shows you that how important it is to actually have the boiler serviced. And if you are a gas engineer, or you're a plumber or an apprentice and you're going to be doing servicing in the future, check the seals, check the flues, make sure they're not corroded, check that there's no missing, and if you're not sure, contact the manufacturers to find out. This is the top of a boiler. It's where you connect your flue into it, And it just shows you just to be careful, only use the screws that's supplied by the manufacturers, or make sure you're using the correct screws. This one they've used a screw that's too long, and it's gone through the outer edge, but it's also gone right through, and it's gone through into the inner edge. So it's really important. This one is an open end on a gas pipe, and this is very important that we don't leave open ends, because somebody could turn this on. So they could just turn this on, or it could get knocked. You know, they could have put something in this cupboard, they could have just knocked that valve on, and they could have had gas just leaking into this cupboard. So it's really important, if you're a gas engineer or if you're a trainee, that you just check these things, and obviously this would need to be sorted out. And we've spoken about this one many times now, clearances from gas to electricity. So I'd love it if you could put a comment below and tell me the measurement. I know what the measurement is, I've told you before. Please put it below and let me know what the measurement is. And this one, this is another, it's a Vicera boiler again. And as we can see inside, it's quite a mess. And this has had the flue leaking. The flue hasn't been installed correctly. Possibly it's a DIY job, this one. There's no benchmark or like that. So, as I say, it's always important to use a gas safe registered engineer. Get these installed correctly. Thank you very much to everybody who's sent these videos in so far. We've still got more to come. Got Pete next from One Plumbing, so we'll have a look at them. Please, if you haven't done so already, smash that thumbs up, please. It really helps with the videos. And also add some comments below. As we're going through this video, please just add comments about each individual thing that you see. And let's have a discussion. Let's have a discussion below. And also, if you've got any suggestions for future videos that might help you, again, please put them suggestions below. Also, Viva Training Academy, the videos with Roy, we're going to have them every week now. So if you've got any suggestions as well for Roy, then again, we'll get them uploaded. Normally, I think they're going to be on a Friday, so look out for them. So let's go to Pete.
That's bad. That is actually bad. Now, theoretically, depending on what you've got there, that is a shutdown.
Yeah.
Yeah? You've got 380 parts per million in the boiler tank. Yeah, this is a shutdown. Alright, so you see in the video there the parts per million were over the scale. There's a room seal on the boiler obviously, but that's at risk. So it was going to be serviced by British Gas, but they're on strike. So I am now here to save the day. I don't need this up there. So yeah, I'm going to do a full service on this Worcester 18RI and maybe show you a couple of bits. Can you see that? It's just starting. And at the back there, you see. See that round there? That's showing that the seal's passing. That's why we're getting the ppms what we're getting. heat exchanger at the same time. As changing the gasket. So you see, to take the siphon out, we're going to remove this screw, and the lever is going to release it. I love all these one-handed services. So that's your lever released. And your siphon will just twist off. And obviously you've released the bottom nut. Sorry, this is one hand. Got a bucket here already, yeah? So we'll give that a rinse out. That's the siphon removed. Remove the end. That just disconnects. We should be able to give it a twist now. Once we've loosened this bad boy. And there she goes. Not a problem. So now you'll be able to get your hands in and you'll be able to disconnect those spark electrodes. Can't do it with one hand, but you'll get the gist. They've seen better days. You probably could clean them up, but I've got a new set that come with the gasket in this case, so you can see this gasket has never been changed. And there's your problem. Around these here, it's gone brittle, so there's heat escape from that, and that is what's causing our seal to fail. You want salad sauce? Friday night. If you don't know, you have to have the exclusive Worcester cleaning brush and the extraction tool of your heat cell, and that'll go in there like that. It's part of your heat cell, and you will also have at the bottom where the other bit, you hook that out as well. And there's your baffle set. It's not that bad, not that bad. So I'll give that a brush up, and yeah, and then I'll show you a technique. What I've got here, I've got an expansion vessel, right, that I'm going to pump up. Yeah, I know it's not part of the boiler, but it's part of the system, so I'm going to pump it up. I've also got a filter down there, right, and yeah, so that expansion. Whoops. Well, I don't think they could be bothered with it in the end. Right, so what I'll do is I'll show you a way of flushing these heat exchangers out as well. It's handy if you've got a filling loop to hand. Most important part of the day, that. That's cleaner than it was. Still a bit what's the name, but better than it was. A little bend on that, yeah. That way then, you'll be able to get into all them little corners. If you put a little bend on these brushes, you'll be able to scrape out all that scum in there. Get your brush, loosen all your debris on the side of that, give it a twist, yeah, loosen all those debris out. And then I'll show you how to flush those loose debris out. See here, you've got to use every situation to your advantage. So I've got a filling loop here, and I've rigged up what I've salvaged from a bathroom rip out is an old flexi hose that somebody put on a bath. But I thought that would come in handy one day, so I've linked it up to my filling loop, and I'm putting it in the top of that Heat X, and I'm going to give it a flush. Underneath is a funnel, because you don't want it passing back through your condense. The funnel's rigged to a hose into a bucket. Here we go. So replacing the hex gasket, you must make sure this retaining clip goes on that way, yeah? If you're not sure, read the instructions that it gives you, yeah? There's no shame in reading instructions, yeah? There are thousands of boilers out there, you ain't gonna know everything. So your first one, just make sure you read the instructions properly, and yeah, make sure you do your checks. So this is all going back in reverse order now. Burner's got little lugs that they sit in, so you can't make a mistake with that. Back together again, everything in order. Now we will put it through test procedure, and away we go. You know why I wear a mask? Because I'm a superhero. Okay, so these Worcesters, commissioning mode, yeah? Set it to the higher light rate. You'll get a tool in this, yeah? The little white, that there, that goes in there. To the right is normal operating mode. To the left puts it into minimum operation mode. It's now in minimum. I'm going to test the minimum rate, then the high rate. Check that it's burning correctly. Minimum rate 9.2. As you'll see from our picture, 9.2 is what we need. I'm now going to ramp it up to high rate. High rate to increase anti-clockwise. We want 9.8 plus or minus 0.5. We ain't doing bad there. Once you've done that, when you put your case back on, retest the combustion just to check your room seals. You see, 46 parts per million. I've said this before in one of my other videos. In the old days when you could smoke in pubs, they reckon that it would have been 60 parts per million. Yeah, so this boiler is pretty clean. Yeah, it's more healthy, this boiler, than an old pub that you used to drink in when there was loads of smokers. I'm happy with that. Check your fan pressure. I'll put a picture in what that should be. So this isn't greater than the 7.5, which I think, if I remember rightly, that's what it should be. So we're all good there. We'll do a gas working pressure now. Also as well, I mean, it's up to you, but I always get a sniffer around these as well. Yeah, just where you've been adjusting. It's a valve at the end of the day, it's a movable part. Just get your sniffer around it if you can, just in case. Working pressure. At the same time as doing your working pressure, cut the gas and do your safety.
Thank you very much for that, Pete. And again, thank you to everybody who helps and supports, comments, subscribes, shares, etc. Thank you. I couldn't do this channel without all of you, so I really appreciate it. And that's it from me in this video. But as a final thought, I'm just going to pass you over to Elliot. So Elliot's done us a video as well. And then after that, I've got a little clip from a job, and it's a boiler that's leaking. And what I want to do, if you could, just put a comment below and let me know why you think that boiler's leaking. And I'm going to do a video, hopefully it'll be the next video that I do. I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to show you about the importance of checking boilers, servicing boilers and installing them correctly, etc. I nearly give it away then. But yeah, I'll pass you over to Elliot, and then I'll show you this clip at the end, and then that's it from this video. And thank you very much.
Just another quick video about burner seal gaskets on the kebab type heat exchangers. This one here is a little over 1 year old. I fitted it. Boiler's all fine, the heat exchanger's been chip replaced. In fact, it had new baffles last year. And I thought I'd just check it to see how they do after a year. So, slight bit of cracking here and here. If we turn it over, you can see there's a lot more cracking on there. That's a recognition. These are the ignition electrodes. So you can see how far it can spread. And I honestly think it was about 13 months, certainly not 14 months old. So it's just to give you an awareness of why, if you're not going to take the burner seal out and replace it every year, the importance of sticking your analyzer in, as Alan's shown many times, to check to see if you've got any products combustion passing out through the seal, because that's 1 year's worth. So it will get progressively worse as time goes on, and quicker, I would well imagine. So just the importance really of changing those burner seals and checking them. 1 year's worth down to there. Yeah, it wouldn't take much to get across to this. You see how close it is there? And that's to a little lug. That little hole there, as it fits on the top, it goes in just to a lug, a fixing lug. So it's not that far off the fixing lug. Before then it would be leaking products combustion. It's just a heads up really. Power to the people.
I know I said that way from me, but I just wanted to point out, please remember, and this is very important, that these videos are just opinions, and different people have different opinions from what they find in their daily job. But always refer to the manufacturer's instructions, ring the manufacturers, also check out on GasSafe for any technical bulletins for particular gas appliances. And it's really important, because I'm not a trainer, Elliot's not a trainer, Pete's not a trainer, and the other guys are not trainers either. So it's really important that, you know, look at these videos and think, oh yeah, that might be a good idea, or we could do that better, or whatever. But always rely on installation instructions, ring it manufacturers, gas safe, technical bulletins, etc. As I say, it's very, very important, and I will go over and say them things over and over again. So yeah, now we can have a look at this leaking boiler.